Hello, everyone. Good day, and welcome to another powerful, fun edition of One Global Movement. If it is Friday, it is always Friday with One Global Movement. I want to thank all my team members. You guys have played a role for this to happen. And I want to thank my audience because without you, the audience, we will not be able to get this message across the globe to all our youths and families. So thank you guys so much for being here. You could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here because you know that this is so important because we cannot talk about ourselves without talking about our children, our youth. So that is so powerful. I'm going to begin with a quote. Without emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence will remain incomplete. That is so true. Compassionate AI or emotional intelligence will drive the machines to cry for those who are in pain, in challenges, and sufferings. It will drive the machine to find the shortest path to minimize the pain and the suffering of others. So, why one global movement? If you are here for the first time, it's always a good thing to let you know why we are here, why One Global Movement. One Global Movement is a movement that is formed out of a unique story, a story of a little girl, 11-year-old, whose freedom was brought about by education. The education that she so wanted to free herself from the storms of life. And that education freed her. And in turn, she wants to extend a helping hand to children, to youth globally, with a focus on the young woman. Because we do realize that throughout history, even in every society, in cultures, the woman is on the disadvantage. And so we focus on the woman. It's just like having children. The one that is having the most problem, we focus on that child to help that child more than we help the other ones that have less problem. And Unpassive has given us the platform through the vision and mission of Mr. Ash Mufara to be able to do that. So we're doing this under the umbrella of Unpassive, and we are so grateful for Mr. Ash Mufara. So the topic today is emotional intelligence and AI. And this topic was supposed to be presented by Yashika. She's in India. Maybe because of internet difficulties, she's unable to sign in. But if she does appear here, please, I will hand over to her. So we should give credit to Vanshika because she wrote all of this. And you're going to see that I'm going to be reading most of it because it wasn't prepared by me. So, and she was going to be here for the second time, but we thank God that at least she prepared this topic. So, that is very, very important for us to mention. And I am going to, like I said, making sure that I am doing what she did so that I am not doing it out of my own head because she took the time to do this. And so, emotional intelligence and AI, as written by Vanshika. So, the first slide here is, emotional intelligence. I'm just going to be reading a lot of the things here. And so, she demonstrates emotional intelligence by our physical appearance, the words that come out of our mouth, our facial expressions, our movements. Those are all emotional intelligence that is also related to artificial intelligence, AI. So it's a lot of physical. So what are you feeling? What you're feeling? What are you thinking? How does it come out in the form of a speech? In the form of your movements, in the form of stretching a hand out to help somebody? How? What are you thinking? What is your heart like? That is emotional intelligence, which is going to be picked up by artificial intelligence. It's already picking it up now to demonstrate that those things, and in so doing, they do it faster and quicker without argument, because when human beings interact together, they want to think first. What should we do? How can we do it? Which order? But AI, artificial intelligence, is there, has been programmed to do those things without picking and choosing, without discriminating, without whining or complaining. They'll put it there and it just does the work. And though it does it, and then it saves us more time so that we can use that time to do more good to the world. So that is the essence of today's topic: artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence. So, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, EI or EQ for emotional equitant, is the ability to perceive, interpret, demonstrate, control, evaluate, and use emotions to communicate with and relate to others effectively and constructively. You know, it's just like sign language. Those who cannot hear us, now the AI is there. It's just like I see in Aunty Lynn sometimes doing the sign language because that's what she knows how to do. And the people who cannot hear us, they know exactly what it is. This is going to be in relation to artificial intelligence, where the machine has been programmed to show compassion, to listen, to do exactly what it has been programmed to do for human beings, and is going to do it faster and in a way that is so effective that we are going to understand what it is talking about. So that is exactly where we are today, and we thank God for Unpassive and Ash Mufara, because this is what we're going to be enjoying. Our emotions, our feelings, our actions, our moods, and everything is going to be picked up by these machines, artificial intelligence, and they're going to do effectively, saving us time, saving us having to say, let me go first or let me go last. So it's just going to be there, and it is going according to the way it has been programmed without any bias. So there are 4 components of emotional intelligence. We have 4 components, and I am going to see what Vanshika did here with the 4 components. So, you guys bear with me. I have to make sure that I do exactly like she wants. She wrote it. So, perceiving emotions. That is the first one. The first step in understanding emotions. That is, you perceive it. How do you understand those emotions? Understanding emotions is to perceive them accurately. In many cases, this might involve understanding. You got to understand it. You think it, you understand it first. And then you understand the nonverbal signals. Like I just sit here and I go like this with my arms, and I'm not talking. What does that mean? Or I go like this. I'm not talking. What does that mean? Maybe it means I'm choking or something. And so that is understood so well just by my emotions. And then understanding nonverbal signals such as body language, facial expression, smiling, a smiley face, or a mean face just like this, like I'm angry, I don't want to do anything now. Or maybe I'm shivering, I'm not speaking, but the machine is going to pick it up. Isn't that so beautiful? That is very beautiful. And then, yes, let me move forward here. And then reasoning. The second one is reasoning with emotions. The next step involves using emotions to promote thinking. How do you use your emotions to promote thinking and cognitive activities? Your emotions to promote your thinking. And how are you feeling? What are you feeling? And now you start thinking about your emotions. This is just like those machines are going to be dictating who is lying, because lying is an emotion, or who is doing a lot of good, because good, to do good, to be compassionate and to be passionate about something. Those are all emotions that these machines will pick up in us, in other people, and things will begin to change for the better. Remember, our CEO says we're going to be the correction to the corruption. Yes, they're going to dictate people, those machines. through emotions. Artificial intelligence, who is doing the corrupt work, those machines will dictate it and will try to correct those situations for our own benefit. So this is wow, this is so important. Emotions help prioritize what we pay attention and react to. We respond emotionally to things that catches our attention. We respond to those kind of emotions. Like somebody is happy, we gravitate towards a smiley face, a happy face. We gravitate towards them. When somebody is mean, we turn to stay away from those kind of emotions. This is exactly what it is going to be doing for us. Isn't that beautiful? I think this is so beautiful. And then we have understanding emotions. The emotions that we perceive can carry a wide variety of meaning. If someone expresses angry emotions, the observer must interpret the cause of the person's anger and what it could mean. Sometimes we get upset, right? With our families, with our children, with our friends, and we take it personally. Have we ever thought about taking the time to find out why this happened? What can we do to change the situation instead of just taking it literally? Because something has to have happened for somebody to behave in an awkward manner or do something. Instead of holding it against that person, we try to find out this is what the machines are going to be doing. I so love this. It's going to eliminate a lot of things that are happening around the world, especially against our children in school. Those machines will be able to dictate those emotions, and then we begin to find solutions. First, helping that person that is perpetrating those emotions, what happened that led that person to that point. And then we begin to find out how we can help. Or it could be because they got a speeding ticket. Have you ever realized that when you get a speeding ticket, you get very upset? I have done that. I park and I thought I parked in the right place. They gave me a ticket. That means I have to spend some money. So I get upset with that. So what was the cause of that? Because I got a parking ticket or a speeding ticket that that warrants me to pay a certain amount of money, taking money away from me instead of bringing money to me. So it is just normal with human emotion that we get upset. But these machines are going to be dictating those things to us. That is such a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, or maybe people are fighting. It can just be that they are fighting. Those things are all contributions to all of this kind of emotion. But it is so good that the machines are going to be dictating these things. So managing emotions. How do we manage our emotions? The ability to manage emotions effectively is a crucial part of emotional intelligence and the highest level, because if we do not learn how to manage our emotions, these emotions it can lead to a lot of things that are not good for ourselves. It can escalate the problem that will lead to another thing that will lead to another thing. It's just like you having a headache, maybe migraine headache, and you keep having it, but you're just sitting there, you're not finding a solution to it. So, what can we do to understand and to manage these emotions well? By, first of all, knowing what those emotions are. So, it is a crucial part of emotional intelligence and the highest level. Regulating emotions and responding appropriately, as well as responding to the emotions of others, are all important aspects of emotional intelligence. And these machines, I'm telling you, and keep in mind that these machines they act as humans. Why? Because the humans, we have been blessed with the ability, the capacity, the knowledge to put those things, program those things into those machines. And now those machines are just taking what we have within us and giving it back to us, serving the community. It is not because machines have that ability to come up with those things. So those machines have been programmed, and they will do a very effective job more than us humans, because some of us, or all humans, all of us, We are bound to want to do things in a particular way, maybe to favor one person against the other person, or maybe to try to compete and compare, to try to want to get ahead of somebody. Those machines will be there to eliminate all of those things so that things are done well and effectively. Artificial intelligence, and we're so happy that we are part of this era of artificial intelligence with unpassive. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing for us to have. So what is the impact of emotional intelligence? What is the impact on us as humans? Interest in teaching and learning social and emotional intelligence has grown in recent years. It is growing now with us with unpassive. Social and emotional learning, SEL, programs have become a standard part of the curriculum of many schools. Isn't that true? I even started doing it myself, even though I don't even know how to utilize those machines so well, but I was doing it. And now it has become the talk, the practice, and the doing of our everyday life, particularly in schools with our children. That is something I'm telling you. And then we have another impact is that interest in teaching and learning social and emotional intelligence has grown in recent years. Social and emotional learning programs have become a standard. It has become the standard and part of everything that we do. Look at us in unpassive. We are using a lot of the computer, or you want to balance your bank account. The moment you want to enter in your password or something that is vital, your vital information, the prompt is already there. It comes, you want to type a word, it's already there to prompt you. The machine is already working to help you to do those things so that we don't go back to the dictionary trying to see, oh, let me look at the spelling or the meaning of this word. It is just right there for us. That facilitates time. It gives us, and it's teaching us more things, and it's giving us the time that we need, maybe as parents, to focus on families, or to do other things, or to pay attention to a child, or to even go on a date with our loved ones, or to do something. It's a lot of benefits too that we are enjoying with all of this. So let's move further. Remember, I have to move with care because this is prepared by our beautiful daughter, Vanshika. So the goal of these initiatives is not only to improve health, artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence in relation to artificial intelligence. The goal is not just only to really promote our health and well-being, but also to help students succeed academically and prevent bullying. I'm sure a lot of us have been bullied. I have been bullied, not even just only in school, but in family. They bully you, even in society, even at a job, they will bully you. So this is going to help our students a lot. And I'm sure that is why Vanshika, our daughter, picked this topic, because this is going to help a lot. A lot of kids bully others, and the kids that bully don't know any better. They are doing from what they learn from their environment, which now becomes their own emotions. But now these emotions are going to be transferred into artificial intelligence for effective learning and working in order to mitigate and to eliminate those things. So, but also to help students succeed academically and prevent bullying. There are many examples of how emotional intelligence can play a role in our daily lives. There are so many examples. So, what are some ways to improve emotional intelligence? What are some of the ways? We're going to look at some of the ways in which we can use to promote emotional intelligence in relation to AI, artificial intelligence. So, now, one of the ways is to listen. You got to listen. Listen, and listen very well. If you want to understand what other people are feeling, the first step is to pay attention. Pay attention. take the time to listen to what people are trying to tell you, both verbally and non-verbally. We talked about this before. We got to pay attention. What is he saying? What is he feeling? Is he moving back and forth, which indicates maybe anxiety or maybe pain? What is he saying? Are we listening? Just like, are we listening to our children? What are they crying out for? Or we want to maybe teach them the way that we were taught. Our parents, we're not condemning them. They taught us the best how they know how to teach us. And we now, in turn, we're trying to teach our own children how best we learn from our parents to teach them. But are we listening? I remember when I was growing up, when my parents said, this is what is going to be done, and that is it. You have no say. You can say it, you can change it. We did it anyhow. They did not listen to our emotions, our feelings. They didn't listen. But you and I, with artificial intelligence, with unpassive, with all these emotions in relation to artificial intelligence, we are now being taught how to listen, even to listen to us here, we adults, because when we listen to one another, we learn from one another, we teach well, we raise our families, our children very well. So are we listening? So the first step is to pay attention. Take the time to listen to what people are trying to tell you, both verbally and non-verbally. Body language is so important. Somebody can be saying something and doing another thing. Somebody can be doing another thing and saying another. Does it have a correlation to the saying and the doing? Like Mr. Ashmofara, he says he's going to do this, and we see him doing it. And I know there are a lot of us here among 1.4 million founders that are saying things and doing exactly the same. A lot of time when people say things and they're doing another thing, people don't care. They just keep quiet. They move on to do other things because it is not healthy to be picking a fight with people that, oh, you said you were going to do this, but you're not doing it. You're saying this, but you're doing one thing. It is us that said, in our heart, search within us. Are we doing what we say we're going to do? Or are we saying what we are doing? Let's take the example of our CEO, because when you sense that someone is feeling a certain way, consider the different factors that might be contributing to that emotion. We have been taught in Unpassive to meet people where they are. Meet somebody where they are, because we come from different diverse backgrounds and way upbringing and way of doing things, which still lead to the same thing. We meet people where they are. Why is it that they are not getting what I'm telling them or understanding it? Why is it that they think that this thing should be this way rather than this way that I'm teaching them? Because why? We are different. We are gifted differently. We are created differently by Almighty God, and we do things differently. But at the end of the day, we get to the same point, and it is because of these differences and different gifts that makes life so beautiful for all of us. Isn't that true? So I will try to understand what Divina is saying, or try to understand what Briddy is saying, or like Yasmin and Amina in their show, the Magic Duo. I go there because I feel what they are saying, not because I understand the language that they are speaking, but I can see through them, their emotions, they are shifting. Sometimes they're even dancing, and I'm like, yes, I understand them, and I'm right there in the chat. Those are the kind of things that we are talking about, because guess what? Artificial intelligence is here to dictate all of those things to us, and we are bound to do things straight, things that come from our heart, which is so important. That is so great that we are a part of this revolution, changing revolution for humanity. That is so important. So I will move on. And then reflection. We're going to talk about reflection. The ability to reason with emotions is an important part of emotional intelligence. Consider how your own emotions influence your decisions and behaviors. When you are thinking about how other people respond, assess the role that their emotions play. A lot of times, and I'm guilty too, we turn to judge people. without taking the time to assess them according to their own emotion. It is their emotions, it is their feelings. That is what drives them to feel the way they are feeling. Let us all take the time from our hearts to sit there and feel it with them, and walk it with them and take it from them, and then we begin to help them the best way possible. But guess what? Again, I am just so excited that this is what artificial intelligence is going to be helping us with our emotions, our emotional intelligence. That is such a wonderful thing. And then we move on. Emotional intelligence versus artificial intelligence. You have emotional intelligence on the one hand and artificial intelligence on the other. So how does this work? We're going to find out. And let me scroll and then we find out. And then, okay. Okay, bear with me, please. This is not my writing. I give credit to our beautiful daughter. Okay. When comprehending emotion, when understanding emotion, humans have always been able to outshine technology. That is what we need to know. Humans always outshine technology. Yet, that won't last for a very long time. Why? Because we are living in a world of short attention span. We understand it so well, but it doesn't last. We keep switching from one emotion to the other. We do not develop that particular emotion. While some people may be skeptical about the idea of emotion being replaced by computers, experts in affective computing, also known as emotion AI, artificial intelligence, or affective computing, claim we are well on our way there, and that by 2025, the industry for affective computing will be worth US dollar 174 billion worldwide. The essence here is not about the money, because that is too huge. But the essence here is how artificial intelligence is going to interpret and deal with our emotional intelligence in a way that is going to help us better, serve us better. And remember, the artificial intelligence is taking what we have programmed, because human beings have outshined all these machines. But the only difficulties with us is that we don't outlast it. We keep switching back and forth. Why? Because we are humans, right? Because we are humans. So that is where we are today. And let me move ahead. Artificial emotional intelligence. That would be the next thing here. So, artificial emotional intelligence is the ability of computers to recognize and respond to emotions in others by evaluating data, such as facial expressions, that's our data, gestures, tone of voice, keyboard force, and more. Like some people, sometimes when I'm late for something, I type very fast, very fast. Me that people are like Amina and the rest, they are already there. And I was typing so fast. That fastness in typing and the way I punch to the keyboard, the artificial intelligence machine is going to know what you're going through by reading through you. So our tone of voice the same, our movement the same, all of those things. It's going to have that capability and capacity to do that. With the help of these capability, people and machines will be able to connect in such a way that more natural and reminiscent of human to human communication. These machines are going to help us. They're not going to destroy us, because they're going to help us interpret those emotions. That way, we're going to work vis-a-vis those machines to even help us more and more. Isn't that amazing? That is so amazing that we are going to be doing that. I really, really love that. And then, how does artificial intelligence do these things. So let me move to the next slide here. Artificial emotional intelligence systems acquire data through a combination of computer vision, sensors, and cameras, a ton of real world data, speech science, and deep learning algorithms process it and compare it to other data points to detect important emotions like fear and joy. The computer interprets the emotion and what it might mean in each situation after finding the correct emotion. Computers become more adept at recognizing the subtleties of human communications as the emotion database expand. I am so happy with this because we have a lot of countries in the world that are so corrupt, even in our present day society, and favoritism, and some kids are suffering in school because they'll favor other kids against the others. But guess what? That is not going to be the case anymore. Me and you parents, we can be rest assured that we'll rest in peace at home knowing that these things will make sure prevent our children from being bullied. Even so, we're going to be schooling our children right in the confines of our own homes. The education will be brought by unpassive to our doorstep so that we will be there with our children. But if they need to do it in a public setting, those tools are there for them so that they learn peacefully in a happy environment without being bullied or picked upon. So that is very, very important for us as parents. Emotion recognition. How do we recognize those emotions? Following our Following are the benefits or our advantages of emotion sensing technology, which is artificial intelligence. It helps employees and human resource team of any company to manage stress and burnout, right? This will create healthy work environment and increase productivity. That is so true. Human resource and managers will recognize positive and negative moods of the employees and customers, which help businesses to grow. Because if we recognize that as entrepreneurs, we are going to know how best to serve our customers. We are going to know how best to help those that we are going to be talking to become affiliates of Unpassive. We're going to know, is it financial stressors, or is it family stressors, or what is it? Why is it that they can't join? So we begin to recognize those things. So the technology does not require any additional expensive hardware to adapt. AI recognition software will help in accomplishing the task of emotion sensing, which is so important in everything that we do. Real-time voice-based emotions analysis create opportunities for automated customers service agents to recognize emotional state of the callers. This helps it adapt accordingly. I am just so thrilled with this. I'm so happy. I'm going to move on real fast here so I can give the opportunity to our audience to make comments. And can I answer this call from Vanshika, please? She's the one who prepared this. Hello, Vanshika. Hello. Yes, are you hearing me? I put it there. We are already almost to an end, and but you can join in and then you can continue from where I am ending now. So I gave you the panelist link. Just join the panelist link. It's right there on your WhatsApp. You will see. And then you will take over from where I'm ending now, so we save time. Okay. But so I will continue. Thank you. Bye. You can just continue with it, and I am just reading it. I'm not doing the slide thing because I'm not good at technology. So you can just continue, but we need to move fast, or I can continue and end it, and then when they are making the comments, you will be the one to be then commenting on people's comments because this is your work, and I am alluding the credit to you. Okay, so join in. Thank you. Okay. The confusion in time, like Aunty Lynn rightly said, but yeah, she will be here. But I thank God that she did this so that be doing that. Performance and results of the emotion sensing system depends on accuracy of the sensors, such as cameras, thermal image sensors, facial recognition, algorithm use, and so on. Highly accurate system will be expensive due to use of costly components. Yes, we see the amount of money that Mr. Ashmufara is spending to make all of these things happen. It is for our own good. So we are in it to win it. We're going to be patient, and he's going to pilot us to where he wants us to be. So ask yourself, if fused with emotions, are the robots really harmful to human beings? If these robots are going to be doing these things for us, are they really harmful to human beings? We're going to answer that here now. I think, no, not even answering. So this question is for the audience. If fused with emotions, are the robots really harmful to human beings? Let us put all our answers in the chat, our comments. Let us really say something according to how we think, because we need to start practicing it right here, right now, because that is exactly what artificial intelligence is going to be doing. So I'll highlight the comments, and while Vanshika is coming, I will just continue.
Yvonne, please,
Yes.
Yvonne, please read that. Say the question again. I hardly got it myself. I wonder if our audience say clearly what the question is you'd like our audience to talk about in the chat.
Okay. Ask yourself, if fused, if embedded with emotions, are the robots or the machines really harmful to human beings? Is artificial intelligence really harmful to human beings, in essence? That's the question. Did you get that?
Except for, is artificial intelligence really what? What was that word?
Really harmful to human beings?
Really have? I'm sorry.
Harmful. Is it bad?
Oh,
Is it bad
is
for
it
human beings?
harmful? Harmful. Yes, thank you. I wasn't getting, yes. Okay, that's
Okay,
the
let's
question.
highlight the comment.
I'll say it, is artificial intelligence really harmful to human beings? That's a
Correct.
question we'd like people to give their thoughts on.
Yeah.
Is artificial intelligence really harmful to human beings? Think about that and give your thoughts, folks.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Yes, and Briddy, if you want to start highlighting those comments, John Barilla, hello, everyone, and welcome to One Global Movement. Thank you, John, for reading that question with another voice. This is what we are talking about, artificial intelligence. You read it from a different perspective with a different emotion, and it's working. Mariam, be positive and patient, and then you can succeed. That is so wonderful, because patience and being positive is one of the most powerful emotions that we are dealing with right now in Unpassive, because that is what leads to our successes. And we are dealing with that. We have to be patient with everything, because it takes time to do something effective like what Mr. Ashmufara and the engineers are doing. So we need to be patient. Thank you so much, Mariam, for that comment. Stacy says, emotional intelligence versus artificial intelligence. Great topic. It is a wonderful topic to know. Thank you, Tracy. Wow, women. Hello, everyone. We are very excited about tomorrow. I am excited. We are excited. Thank you so much. And Dr. Benny says, greetings to our queens and kings. Thank you, Dr. Benny, for really giving us that title. And Stacy says, artificial intelligence and quantum supremacy. So I don't quite understand what is that, but I think it's something quantum supremacy that you're talking about. If you can explain it to us further, we all are learning here. Thank you, Stacy. And Amina said, hi all, welcome to One Global Movement Weekly Show. Thank you, Amina, for putting that out there, because some people don't know it is a weekly show. Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here to serve our youth, and this is the time to do it. Thank you, Yasmin. Yasmin said, hello all our friends and family. Good to have you all. We are good to have you here, Amina, as one of the stronghold of this movement. Rose says, precisely so, my dear sister Yvonne. They taught us the best, and yet most of us took that for granted. That is so true. And we shouldn't. We should have to learn. I'm guilty myself too. We're going to learn not to, because even now with Unpassive, a lot is coming our way that we've been blessed with. We need to use this because this is going to be the order of the day, whether we like it or not. Emotions and artificial intelligence. Thank you, Rose. And then Rose says, much love to you all, my brothers and sisters. Much love to you too. Thank you so much for blessing us with that. Mino Miller, thanks for coming. Hello, beautiful team members. I am proud of you all. We are also proud of you, Mino Miller, for being here. We are more proud of Vanshika, who prepared this. Like you can see, I was reading most of the material because she prepared it, maybe because of difficulties of internet in India. She couldn't sign up to present. But guess what? OnPassive is moving quickly to help those areas that are having those difficulties. Thank you so much, Mino Miller. And uh, Dr. Benny says, welcome, affiliates, Bimal, Das, and the other people. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name right. So you're all, Dr. Benny is welcoming all of you here to these amazing emotional intelligence and AI live. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny, always for your comments. And then Aunty Lynn says, be sure to subscribe to this channel, click the bell, and turn on the notification icon so that you do not miss out on new materials and for when we come live. Your subscription and all the thumbs up and everything, it's going to help us meet and go to more youths around the globe. And remember that the goal of one global movement is to reach 1.7 billion youths worldwide in a lifetime. And you're the only ones who can help us to reach that goal. Thank you so much, Aunty Lynn. Thank you for that comment. And looking at the time, I don't, Vanshika is not yet here. I will just continue, but we want to really give a hand of applause. Oh, she is here. She's here now. Thank you, Vanshika. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
And
you, ma'am.
Vanshika, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I know how difficult it is, especially it's night there in India. We came to the end of the presentation, but you have quite some few things to mention. Just mention some few things about the presentation because we owe this to you. You wrote this, you researched it, and I am just sitting here running my mouth. But you owe it. Say something so the audience will know that you are the one who prepared it. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. So can I present it right now?
We already finished your presentation. So we just say something, make some comments, and then we go to the conclusion because the time is almost up. Next time
All
you will
right.
come and present it yourself.
Right. Okay. So first, I'd like to talk about emotional intelligence. Now, what emotional intelligence is basically? When we talk about it, we think of many emotions like angry, soft, smile, happy, um, cranky. These all are emotions. But when we have a correct way to look upon how to deal with our emotions, what to choose upon, like when we know that what we have to choose exactly, what do we want, is an emotional intelligence. So, emotional intelligence is also called EQ, which is emotional quotient. It's the ability to perceive, interpret, demonstrate, control, evaluate, and use the emotion to communicate with and relate to others effectively and with more good impact. Okay, so that is what emotional intelligence is. I think you already saw this in the presentation. Now,
Yes,
coming back to
I want to say one thing. Yes, you because you prepared the topic. We're not going to present the slide because I already did everything that you wrote, which is good. But I just want you to talk just a little on that, and then I will go to the conclusion so that next time you're going to come back here and do it yourself. Thank you so much.
all right. Okay. So we would now know that what is emotional intelligence, it's fused in artificial intelligence. Now, the point is, what is artificial intelligence? We already know this. We are dealing with this in on passive, right? So, artificial intelligence is when we give a human brain to a machine. It's okay. We give a human brain, the machine's gonna do it by their own self and then do the work. But what if the emotions we have are infused in that machine? That's gonna be really a magic kind of thing. But if this happens, as I just heard a question from someone, that is it actually, is it fine with the machines to have emotions? So let me tell you, when this happens, then basically we give a total human brain and human psychology to a machine, which means that the machine will be dealing with us just like a human being. But the algorithm which is already in that machine will continue just one thing. Say that if you say that machine to destroy someone, then it will just continue on that particular thing. May that be just for an experiment. If you say the machine to harm some animal, it will do that thing whatever it is. And what if the algorithm repeats itself and you have some fault in it? What will you do? In that case, you lose your you lose your machine forever, because now it has emotions. It can think and work by its own self, which means you have no control over it. And once you have no control over it, you see that the machine does the work by its own self, right? So in some scenario, when you talk about fusing emotions in a machine, then you think, yeah, it can be a good thing. The people who are lonely, they'll get a friend to talk with. Okay, machines will understand if someone is angry. They'll understand if someone is sad. They'll work. They'll do certain things to make you happy. But when it comes to the main thing, like if the machine wants a revenge, suppose you say a machine that, no, you are not doing it correctly. How stupid you are. Do you think that it's gonna be, we being a human being, we get offended? Since the machine has emotions now, it will also react the same way, which means it will be offended and it may harm the human community. That's what emotional recognition is used for. Now, emotional recognition is another term which means to recognize emotions, which is infused as a method in the artificial intelligence, also, which gives them a way to judge emotions, right? So, this was all about my presentation, which I made, but I couldn't present.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's okay. Thank you so much, Vanshika. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick another date and then we
But
bring you on here to come and present, okay? Because you are our first youth presenter and this is the second time, but I think uh, God made it that I had to present it for you, but it is all yours. We credit it to you. I am so grateful that you are part of this movement as a youth, a young woman. You are our daughter. You're very smart, and we support you all around. So we're going to choose another day. You choose it and let me know, because I want people to hear. I want other youths to hear from your own mouth what you have to say, because that is encouraging to other youths to come forward and also do things. Okay. And
right.
then I'm going.
Yvonne,
Uh-huh.
Yvonne, I don't know how much time you have, but if you would, I think she said plenty, and you said you gave the presentation, and she's made some comments that were similar, but also was very informative. And there's a lot of people are reacting to that, the question that we asked. I don't know if you can highlight some of those. We didn't highlight many of them, and if you look in there, I just wonder if you have time maybe to highlight some of those comments
Okay,
that are direct.
highlight some. Then I go to the conclusion, please. Thank you. Okay, Divina, emotional intelligence detect our emotion and can predict our decisions. That is so true because it is the human brain that has been given to the machine, so it is so accurate. So that is so true, Divina. Thank you so much. And no, it's not fine for the machine to have emotions. It's a high risk to the extinction to humans. And that is another argument. We realize that, and it's sometimes in some cases, other resources have argued that, we, especially our children, are going to veer off from socializing with humans and get stuck with their machines, and therefore erasing that social part of life to meet other people. So, what do I say here? We have to, as parents, try to start bringing our children up at a very young age. Time for this machine, time to interact with family, time to interact with friends. We're going to have to do that. So thank you so much. Minor says it all depends who is using the AI and how are they using it. A smart technology in wrong hand with evil intention could be harmful. But think of all medical intervention that AI offer to help humanity. So true. It depends on who is using and for what purpose. Thank you, Mino, for that brilliant comment. And then We Wow Women, offshore by Renee. We always have good and weak points as a result of AI. It is giving us a lot, but in return, it is taking away our intelligence as well. We have started to depend on AI technology to get all our work done. This is so true. This is so true. There is always the good and the bad, advantages and disadvantages. So let's see what happens. We will put some things in place to help us in both ways. And then Olive says, I believe with unpassive, AI will be the absolute opposite because of the vision of uplifting humanity. Our AI machines will be built with heart to bring good to humanity. Just like Mr. Ashmafara says, it's clean AI, clean technology. But we all have to be also clean from our hearts and started cleaning our children up in the right way to make sure that they are using these things appropriately. And then Shirley, my thought is no. Just like the AI auto was fought in the start up of the auto, but now have learned it is the driver that hurts or kills, not the auto. Thank you so much. So true. So true. You're supporting Minor's statement. That is so true. It depends. It really depends. Thank you so much. I guess Mogabo says, I guess the AI even associated to emotional intelligence cannot be harmful to human being. We trust Ash and our engineer for that. Clean AI. That is what Unpassive is all about, as said by Ash Mufara. So thank you so much for highlighting those important comments. Please come again every Friday. Next Friday, it is because of these comments that we can begin to figure out how else can we help our youth. Our youths are they are confused. They are bleeding in the war. They don't know where to begin. It is you and I, all of us together, that we can begin to figure out what we can do with them, especially in schools and communities. But we want to make sure that they're using the machines for the right reason and the right purpose and at the right time, but still not losing that contact and interaction with family, friends, and humans. So thank you so much. I'm going to go to the conclusion here. And Vanshika, if you have a link, please put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We want to support you, okay? Because you've been doing a lot of great job. You are such a young woman. You are our daughter. Put your links in the chat and let people subscribe to your channel or whatever you have. We support you with that, okay? So thank you so much. And then please, like Aunty Lynn reminded us, be sure to subscribe to these channels so that we can reach our youth all over the world. So, announcement, if you are struggling to set up a business, please, we have Divina here to help you with that. So, we have a lot of talents among us here. She can help with that. Remember, there is no such thing as something for nothing. We all have to do something in order to get something or to get to somewhere. and we have to start with ourselves. So let us always log into the back office and every day, maybe 2, 3, 5 times a day, in order to know what is going on. The back office is the University of Unpassive. It is our university. And then we have the morning shows, Red, Marty Digamo, Chris Johnson, Monday through Sunday. Let us also go there to support them whenever we can. We have our Wow Women. I think this one, the Wow Women, we are Wow Women India. I'm not for sure when exactly they have it, but it is there in India. We are Wow Women. We need to support those young girls, those young ladies. They are our daughters. We need to support them. And then there is also Comfort. I think it is 4 p.m. every day. I'm not sure exactly. And then we have the famous Roblin Live every day from 8 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Let us always go there to support her and the husband or the show the best we can, and if we can do that. And the other shows, there are also other shows. And remember that if it is Friday, it is Friday with one global movement, a movement to empower, to build, and to support our youths to also build on their goals and their dreams. So, and we have another new movement that we started. It is called One Heart Movement. It is every Thursday at 10:30 Eastern Daytime. This is a movement of women that have come together in a circle of love to support one another, empower her, so that when we empower the woman, the woman can then empower the children, the husband, the home, and in turn also empower businesses, empower churches, empower communities, empower villages all around the world. But we got to start with us empowering her, empowering ourselves. That is One Heart Movement. Yesterday, Thursday, was the second meeting, second webinar. So every Thursday, please come there and support us. And if you need to join as a woman, we are open for you to also join. Contact Divina or Aunty Lynn or Yasmin or Amina or Rekha, or you can also contact me for that. So we are grateful for Mr. Ash Mufare always, because without Mr. Ash Mufare, me and you would not be here interacting. We will not be forming all this movement. We will not be looking forward to a brighter future. We will not know where we're going to get the resources to help these children, this youth, to help families and our global economy. It is because of the dream of one man, Mr. Ash Mufare. I just want to thank you all so much for your presence and contribution. I don't know if John or anybody else has anything to say to the audience. Please, you can say it. Otherwise, I will just give the closing statement.
I wouldn't mind saying something.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, very okay.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, well, I won't go on about the subject because I think we got some good points about what we saw today. I just want to say, now, Yvonne just went down and she mentioned a lot of webinars and lives and of different shows and people, everybody from Comfort to Roblin Live, to everybody we just heard and the different movements. The thing to remember, folks, is, and do this for us right now, subscribe to this YouTube channel and subscribe to all of these folks that we've just heard. They're having meetings, they're having lives. You subscribe to the channel, then you don't have to depend upon when is the webinar exactly or when are they on exactly. Once you subscribe, you get notifications when anyone is going live or having a program. So that's a good thing I think we can all do. And we appreciate it if all you folks are here right now, today. Before you leave, subscribe to this channel right now, and you'll always know. Because here's the thing, we're not all just founders now coming to these things. And not everyone can get into the founders back office where we founders can go right to the webinar section where many of these things are listed every day when they're on what's coming in there. But now we have folks that are going to be coming here that maybe we don't quite have it listed in the OES yet for everybody. Well, that'll probably happen. But for right now, take note of all these things you've heard and all these folks that have live channels and that produce and do these shows. Subscribe to those channels. Go right to YouTube. Search for Rob Lynn, for example. Rob Lynn channel. You can find it. Subscribe to it. That's what I'm saying. And please subscribe to us here today. And then you'll always know when we're going to be on. That's all I've got.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. And 1.4 million founders, that is a whole lot for us to subscribe to one another. And if you have your own here, send it to us. We are here to promote one another, not just one global movement or the youth. But it is so important that we invest in our children, because without investing in these children, the future is not certain for us. So let us all subscribe to one another. 1.4 million. Subscribe to, say, One Global Movement, One Hand Movement, Rob Lynn Live. Subscribe to John's channel, to whoever's channel. Let us all do that, because when we build others up, we are building ourselves up, because together we can do great things, moving from one top to the other, just like we are a family now, Unpassive Global Family. So Vanshika, make sure you put your link there. It is my passion that I support youth globally. I was supported by a whole village before I become what I am today, and so I owe it to all the children and everyone here today to do whatever it takes for me to do to help. And I know it is the dream for all of us here. Otherwise, we will not be here interacting. So thank you so much, John. And thanks to Sabs, the two powerful men in this group. Thank you to Esther, Briddy, Aunty Lynn, Divina, Yasmin, Yashika, Reka, everyone here. If I don't call your name, you are very important, because I can't go to read all the name, but because you are here, you are a very important part of this movement. And I am going to end with this statement, which is something to empower and support the youth and all of us with. Stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities. Thank you guys so much, and I love you. We've come to the end of the show today. Thank you so much. Thank you.